Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what area you're in as well, because a lot of people, like, I've been doing gig work full time since 2017. So it used to be really good. Like, people actually paid you to, you got to think this is a luxury service. There was a time where, like, you couldn't just order a whole 150 item grocery order to your front door. This is a luxury service, and along with that luxury service comes, you have to pay for that luxury service. And people actually used to pay, like, the worth of being provided a luxury service. People actually used to pay that, and it's just gotten worse and worse over the years. And it definitely depends on your market, the market that you're in. Like, where I'm at is a big vacation area along the beach and stuff like that. So I mean, people still tend to tip. Like, I get like 50, 60, 70, 80, $100 tips frequently, but it's only like that during the summer months. But even in the off summer months, I'm glad that I'm very fortunate to be in an area where people still tip well. It's very rare that I see orders with no tips, but I mean, it does happen, and it is happening more frequently the more that these companies expand and get bigger and just expand their zones. Because Spark's zone used to literally only be like maybe 10 miles from the store. Now they've expanded it to damn near 30 miles from the store, which is crazy. And it's always the people that live out in the more rural areas, farther away from the store. Those are the ones that think it's acceptable to not tip. Usually people that live right down the street, literally like less than half a mile, they're the ones that are tipping like 20 or 30 bucks. But it's the people that are living 30 miles away that are only tipping like nothing most of the time. Actually, there's not tips on those. And like every now and then I'll take a no tip order, out of charity or something like that. Like, maybe I see diapers in it, or like formula or something like that, or maybe it's in the direction that I'm going. So I'm open-minded that, like, hey, maybe they'll post tip, but they never do. They never do post tip. And that's a common argument that a lot of no tippers say, is that, oh, I don't pay until after the service, I'll up it after the service. But they never do. That's just justification for them to be a POS. As drivers as a whole, we need to stop taking no tip orders, because these companies are going to keep allowing it to happen. And the more that it happens, then people are going to think it's okay to not tip, and that's going to end up becoming the norm. They're responsible for paying us. Spark, Walmart's not responsible for paying us anything. Instacart's not responsible. We're independent contractors. We don't work for them. We're self-employed. We essentially own and operate our own grocery delivery service. So it's not up to the companies to pay us. It's essentially up to the customers who are hiring a contractor to pay them, the same as if they hire a contractor to mow their lawn, or somebody to build a deck, or to put in a pool or something like that. So yeah, but like, you're right. And there's so much that I wanted to talk about regarding your post. But I could literally go on for days and days regarding this stuff, man, because it's so frustrating. And that's crazy that you only do curbside, because I refuse to do curbside. I only do shopping orders because I noticed when I was doing curbside more frequently, my ratings would go down. Like, I was literally, at one point I was down to like a 4.2, and it's because the loaders don't know how to load the product. They smush bread, they spill milk, they don't know how to bag the items. They're just horrible at loading the car. So like, I prefer to oversee the whole operation, from shopping it, keeping it in temperature controlled bags, to bagging it properly at checkout, to loading it properly a certain way in my car. Like, I have to control the whole process. And ever since I stopped doing curbside, my rating's been a 5.0, and it's been that way for about the past 9 to 12 months. I've been at a 5-star rating, and it literally went back up after I stopped doing curbside. That was the only thing that was keeping my ratings down. So it's kind of crazy. So yeah, I think that's everything.